Okay, and we are back again. And today, or right now, we are with
Jesse Wolfe. I'm an English professor.
Awesome. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about the work that you've done in the last 5 years?
Absolutely. So I've got a couple of books here to show off. So this is the first of my 2 scholarly books. The second will be coming out next January. I'm an English professor. My books focus on how major novelists have been thinking about intimacy over the last century. This book is set in 1900 to 1930, mostly in Britain, and it involves the Bloomsbury Group, a group of writers and artists who included Virginia Woolf, who were instrumental in rethinking sexuality and marriage in their time. The book that's coming out in January is about contemporary novelists, 1990 to the present, who are thinking through the same questions and who are responding to the writers I discuss in this book, so that I'm tracing a sort of literary history across about 1 century of time between my 2 books.
Okay, and what actually inspired you to get into this?
First of all, my love of the writers that I discuss in these books, who I mentioned Virginia Woolf, another one is E.M. Forster. Secondly, the questions that I just described to you. So how have we been thinking about marriage, sexuality, friendship, and parent-child relations over the last century? How have these ideas and practices been evolving? These questions are continually interesting to me because they admit of no final answers. So I can always do more reading and thinking to develop my scholarship on these questions.
And how long have you been actually getting ready for your books and getting them out?
They take a long time. Each of them took me about 11 years to write. So this one started when I started my dissertation in 2000, and it came out in 2011. And the next one's going to come out next January, 2023. So another 11 plus year project.
Okay, and any advice that you would give to students who are actually thinking of conducting research or anything along those lines?
Yes, I would suggest finding a balance between primary texts that get you really excited about something. So for an English professor, that's going to be a poet or a novelist that you really love. And then large questions that can keep you coming back to the library looking for more approaches and newer answers that you hadn't thought of before.
Okay, and would you be willing to take the time right now to actually read some of your work?
I would love to. So in addition to bringing this scholarly book along with me, I also brought my debut chapbook of poetry. That's so in addition to scholarship, I also do creative work. So this book is called En Route, and it's about individuals, couples, and families on journeys through life, hence the title. Thanks for the invitation. So I'll read the first poem in this volume, which is called Cumulus. At a certain point, you have to stop running. You cannot outpace the whistling bombs, wavelengths shortening as they target you from the sky. Not even the clouds, lolling, serene, contemplative, above the scorched debris. At a certain point, you have to stop, because neither the forest from which you emerged nor the ocean toward which you stretch offers cover. Your quietest stride finds no camouflage in the wind. At a certain arbitrary point, you have to say, here is a beginning, not to pretend that nothing lingers, that the trek across the bridge was a mirage, or the night sleeping on abandoned farms, accepting bread and water from strangers. Trusting that a different melody will rise, as the wind ensemble, perfectly still between one passage and another, lips wetted by tongues, instruments half aloft, conceives the cadence of the fading silence.
That was very beautiful. Thank you so much for reading that and for your time. And we'll be right back.
Thank you.